I think rural depopulation is going to be a big problem unless the government do something about it, to be quite honest. They will have to, bring something into the area, hold on to the people.
We have at least 5 young boys in this area who are now living in Uachtarard who would be living in this area and marrying in this area if they could get planning permission. But they had to leave, which is heartbreaking, because these are the future of the area, those young people. They all are leaving. We don't know what's going to happen to Mhama.
I don't agree with protecting the environment at the expense of community. I think protecting the environment is fine by groups like An Taisce and all them. That's fine, but what about the people? We have to have people living in the community to keep it going. And as far as I can see, unless things improve, all the rural communities will die.
Well, Tatro, Kunyam Tani, and Postus Rasalach, Stabert Kasurik, Tani, and Momo Collin, Stabert Kasurik, Stamakram Postangadi. Well, the Alch Moaxing, Somalia, but at a relem to Chagamal Holocopus, where I get the Stachmo of Gachschachten. Neil Moran, Chihi Harten shot, Neil Moran, Tinas, Neil Antini Okon, or shut the Kim, Meti Okovianti Machit, Niran shit on, but you end up with Akus. Kilometer, Niran shit Somalia.
If we're looking at the future and things to do with the development of the area, we no longer have our individual community post office. And that is a great loss to the community, because it was a real hub of life.
What the government forget, I think, at the end of the day, is that a local post office is not just about going down, posting a letter or posting a parcel. Elderly people going down on a Friday, we'll say, for instance, to pick up their pensions, they would meet other people in the same age group. They'd talk, they'd have the crack. That might be their only contact with people for the whole week. They cannot just swipe these services out from under our nose and not look at the implications for the people that are left here in the area.
Well, the time capsule really started from the Mhama Take One, and part of that project was to bury a time capsule in Mhama. So we invited every family in the area to contribute something. It will be dug up in the year 2050, hopefully. My son is one of the guardians of the time capsule. He's 15 now. So in 50 years' time, he'll be 65.
I put a picture of my children at Horseshoe for good luck for my grandchildren, and 3 notes. I've had 2 grandchildren born in the area since the time capsule has been buried, which I hope in the future will be able to stay in the area and get work in the area. My stepson actually died in 2001 of leukemia, and Anson, and I wrote a bit about him and put something about him in it as well. I have 4 children, and I put in a letter to each of my children. A lot of the women said it was quite emotional, writing to their future generations, because we won't be around naturally in 50 years' time when the time capsule will be dug up.
When it came to sitting down and writing a letter to my 5 children, I remember it was a Sunday evening and I sat at my kitchen table. I found this very emotional. It was the thought, I suppose, that I wouldn't be here in 50 years' time. They would come hopefully and open this capsule. I put in some pictures. I told them what my life was like now in Mhama, what I was doing. And I told them what my hopes, my dreams were for them when they would open that letter. At the moment, we're hoping for a change in the planning laws for the area, because if the population keeps dropping off, well, most likely we're going to lose our school and we'll lose a lot more. I would hope that in 50 years' time, Mhama will be flourishing, that they will no longer have to move away and immigrate like they did so many years ago.
My son loves it here. He's in England at the moment, but hopefully he'd like to come back here and live here. I would hope that he would be able to make a life for himself in the valley, and my daughter also.
The Mhama time capsule, I feel, is a symbol for the future. A lot of stuff went into it, a lot of families contributed articles, and our hopes the whole community in Mham, our hopes, and also the Mham Women's Group especially, our hopes for the future would be that there would be a great community here in 50 years' time.
Ceapan go mecha Mhama. Yeah. Ceapan go mecha níos.